She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two. Nobody does it better. I don't think I'll ever find somebody better than you. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. So let's try to keep this tempo. We got love on every level. Even though I drive you crazy.
You positive?
I'm here. You gonna have to leave.
What's up, y'all?
Hi. I am beautiful.
And I'm Ace.
And we are
Together real bad. I'm gonna just say this off top. Y'all gonna have to excuse Beautiful today. She going through something. Would you like to talk about what that something is?
Flo is a bitch.
I'm not. I don't mean to like laugh like that, but
She is a bitch. Why do we females have to go through this every month
for what, 50 plus years? 40, at least 40 plus years.
Take it now. Like,
take it away, Lord.
I don't want it no more. I think we've learned our lesson.
Learned our lesson about what?
What the fuck Eve did in the garden of Eden. Like, I think we've suffered enough.
So I think it's a little too late. Anyway, we got it though. We good. Let's get it.
We're gonna push through.
Because
I'm gonna try.
Ain't no try. It's do.
Okay.
It's just do.
I'm gonna do try.
Do try. Okay. Well, do what you can.
Okay, for real. I gotta get it.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. I had to tell her I didn't like her attitude when we first got here.
I don't like my attitude either. I've been telling you that all day. I work with kids and I was just like, look, I'm trying. I really am. But these kids, like everything that they were doing, like was getting on my nerves. Like they typically are good listeners. But if they listen, like if they didn't do one thing exactly the way I wanted them to do, I was like.
So that's how you know it's just kind of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm trying.
It's all right. What's up, D? Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
As per always.
Yes. Social media.
If you like what you hear, you can follow us on social media. That is on TikTok and Instagram is together.real.badpod. You can shoot us a Gmail if you have any questions or topic ideas, or if you want us to maybe help, I don't know, talk you through something. We had actually a TikTok follower kind of reach out to us. She was supposed to come. She couldn't make it. We were going to meet up and hang out. But she was just having some like coming out issues with her family. So we kind of just offered some, I guess, personal support via text. And hopefully we will get to FaceTime with her at some point, just, like so that she feels supported. Some people, not everybody out here has support. And so if we can be that support, I feel like, let's do it. Yeah. And so if you want to, ask us a question about life, being gay, coming out, I don't know, whatever it is, hit us up at the number 2getherrealbad@gmail.com. And then we got a Twitter X. I think it's the same thing. Together.real.badpod. I think that's it. Oh, I will say we have a bonus episode on Patreon if anybody's interested. I think it's just Together Real Bad Pod again. I think it's like $3.50 or something. Help support the pod if you want. If not, it's all good.
Set up that?
That's it for that.
All right, updates. We already know how I'm feeling. So I guess we are on to you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I feel like had a good weekend, busy, but it was good. I just have some things that I feel like are gonna do well in my businesses.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I bought that cart.
Oh, yes,
kind of fancy cart for like to do weddings with the cotton candy, which I think will kind of be like a kick in the pants for me, kind of, to actually start like advertising and trying to actively get business instead of just like waiting for people to contact me because they found me on Google. So I'm excited about that. I'll have a long day tomorrow, which I'm fine with. Waiting for some things to come through with the media company. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I felt energized. As we talk about our weekend, I'll talk a little bit more about why I was energized. So,
okay, cool. Again, I'm feeling like shit.
And that's okay to feel like that.
Yeah. My cycle is like kicking my butt. Y'all know how like the first 2 days are a pain in the ass. So that's how I'm feeling right now.
Well, we'll say that our probably our female listeners and viewers know. However, males don't know, unfortunately. So just know I don't know. I don't know if getting kicked in the groin feels like, but I kind of equate cramps to that.
I like to say it's like a little person in my uterus scratching at my uterine walls,
kicking your ass,
kicking and screaming and just throwing a little tantrum in there
for hours.
And like I would love to take a medication that is good for cramps but also mood swings that last all day. And since I have not found such thing, I only stick to Aleve, which alleviates my pain for, a good amount of hours out of the day. However, it does not alleviate my mood swings or my attitude problem at all.
At all. I'm here to tell you firsthand.
So, like, my patience is thin.
Your patience is non-existent. And I just keep poking the bear. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. Anyway, so moving on to our updates, or my updates with the countdown to coming out of the closet.
Where are we on that?
That's where I'm at right now. Like, what you trying to do?
I'm trying to insinuate that you're behind schedule.
I'm getting there.
It was supposed to be done today, in 2 weeks.
Yes, I know. I'm getting there. Dang.
Go ahead.
Are you poking the bear still?
Yes. Sorry. Light some fire up under you.
That's not lighting a fire up under me. I was actually planning on finishing it today. As we talk about our upcoming, let me start over. As we talk about our past weekend, with it being super busy, you'll understand why I haven't gotten to writing my letter. However, I did go to the stop.
I'm just saying.
I did go to the store to purchase the card, and it's actually a cute card. And I got it because it's a bunch of glasses on the front of it, and I thought it was funny. If I'd be like at the end of my card, I'd be like, hopefully you still see me the same way.
With the glasses on.
Yeah, because the glasses.
I think you'll like it. Hearing what I've heard about his sense of humor, I feel like he'll get a nice little chuckle from that.
Yeah, maybe. So yes, as Ace so pointed out, I am behind schedule. I was hoping to have it sent off by yesterday, but that did not happen. So I apologize.
What's the new date? That's all.
I'm writing it today. I'm hoping to send it out either tomorrow or on Tuesday.
You writing it today, the way with how you feel, and it's gonna be 7-something when we get off. You really writing it today. Be real with yourself.
That was my plan. That was my plan.
All right. So
it might not happen.
No, see that's
okay. I got it. I'm writing it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
I'll write it tomorrow on Tuesday, the 23rd. Send it out.
Is it a calendar over there?
It's on the
TV. I was like, what's over there?
Yeah,
okay, TV. Got it.
Writing it on the 23rd. Send it out on the 24th.
Okay, now when I bug you about it,
you don't need to bug me about it
because you're a Sagittarius.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, that's the update on that. I apologize, I don't have any more updates, but hopefully in the next week or so you'll hear something about it. Like maybe we'll do a live or a bonus episode.
Yeah, bonus. We can do bonus or TikTok.
We can do a bonus episode, and I'll read what I wrote in my letter.
I like it.
And then the response that I get back from my father, whether it's a text message, a call, or...
Do you think he would come on the pod?
I don't... Let's revisit that.
Yes, I don't mean immediately. I mean, once he's digested and, maybe he would come on and share his feelings and yada, yada, yada. Ooh, or maybe even better, your mom.
I almost threw up thinking about that. Shake something up in my spirit. I don't know. So yeah, that's the update on that. Sorry, there isn't further update, but there will be hopefully.
No, it's not hopefully.
No, what I'm saying is hopefully like we get a response. The stuff is going to get sent out.
Okay. I'm about to start pressing you a little bit.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I don't need you to do that.
I need to do that.
I don't need you to do that.
It's going to happen a little bit.
I don't need you to do that.
Just a little bit. Simone Biles documentary. We watched it. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it, actually.
Me too.
It was... I had mixed emotions, and I'm gonna tell you why I had mixed emotions. Like, part of me was like emotional about it, like, oh, this is, like I relate to it, right? Because I've had the twisties before, to the point where I was twisting one way. For those who know a little bit about gymnastics, I was twisting one way in one turn, and the very next turn I twisted the opposite way, and I continued to twist that opposite way for the rest of my life. And it scared, it scared the shit out of me, because when you're used to twisting one way and then you start twisting the opposite way, you do get lost. So I stopped twisting and started doing doubles. So anyway,
problem solved, kinda.
But actually, that's not true. I still twisted for a while because I was still doing double twist in one direction. But I think that was up until like level 9. Then I started doing double backs, pikes, and stuff like that. So anyway, it was very relatable. I felt like I was going through those same emotions. Like I felt her when she was saying like I felt mixed feelings about this. How she said everything that she did or everything that she does, she's scared every single time. Yeah. I don't necessarily believe that, because you don't get to that level that you are and be scared.
Even with her, you said it's not called start values, but even with the difficulty level.
They're her skills. You know how long she's been practicing that shit? I mean, I'm sure like as she was learning it was, you know, she would have some nerves about it, but like she's way too comfortable in her skills to be that scared every single time. And I think part of the reason why she did that was because she wanted to be a little bit more relatable to the kids that are coming up in the gymnastics world and how fear is a part of the sport, which it is.
Yeah.
So she's just like showing that even at her level, she does get scared. I think it was just a little bit exaggerated, which whatever, good story. Another thing is like I really love her and her husband's relationship, Jonathan Owens. That's his name, right? Jonathan, right?
Not sure.
I believe it's Jonathan. Like I used to have the biggest crush on him before they got together, and now that they're together, I'm like, damn, you picked the wrong gymnast. However,
oh dang,
that was at the time.
Kind of
That's at the time. Don't feel no type of way. This is a celebrity crush. Okay. But no, I love their relationship. I love how he loves her, and I love how she loves him. Even though he kind of fucked up a while ago, but we gonna skip past that. But I thought it was funny how they would talk about his football abilities and everything like that, and I was just like, you're not really that good.
Ooh.
No, don't do that because we've talked about it.
Yeah, but we ain't got to air him out like that.
I mean,
okay. This is just our opinions.
Yeah, I'm talking about how like my emotions were like fluctuated throughout the thing because I was laughing at some parts, and this was part of the one that I was laughing at, and then I was emotional and happy. But you know, this was the humor in it for me. It's like, oh, they're talking about him, you know.
Yeah.
In his football career, which good for him because honestly, like at the level that he's playing, being a he was undrafted actually, coming from a D2 school.
Yeah, so he's
got some good work ethic. So I applaud him for that. I just think it's funny how they were talking about him as if he was like this great football player, and he's not.
I mean,
but he did very well to get to where he is now.
I mean, yes. Well, we watched him, and not like we watched him every weekend, but yeah, I was kind of like, did you want to get to the ball? Was it hesitation? Like he's on defense, and
he's a safety.
I get it, but he's here. He's in Chicago. Come on with it.
So we are rooting for him.
Better come with it.
But again, yes, I enjoyed the documentary. I can't wait for the next episodes to come out after the Olympics. I think it's actually really, really good. Something that I'll definitely show. Like, you know, if I was a psychologist, I was like a sports psychologist. Yeah. Especially with gymnasts, this is a good documentary to watch because it talks about, you know, mental health and everything like that.
That's true. I enjoyed it too. I just felt like I knew people were being hard on her, but people were just being assholes.
Oh man, yeah.
Like, this is the GOAT you guys speak of. That's basically what they were saying. And it's
when
like,
she dropped out of the Olympics.
Yeah, like y'all can't even turn a cartwheel. What are you talking about? I'm serious. Like, how can it's men talking about this, and they have zero idea of what gymnasts go through and the skill that it takes to be a gymnast and the hard work and dedication. So for you to just come out your face and be like, oh, this is the GOAT that you speak like, I was pissed about that. I didn't like that. Like, people's mental health is people's mental health, and she did what she needed to do for her. So, and she still said she had to come back to the gym periodically, like to just warm back up to it. And then when she decided to do the Olympics, she still was like, okay, I don't know. So I can imagine like trying to land on a 4-inch wide beam.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's the beam is the dumbest event in the world. I hated beam, but I was actually decent at it. I know one thing that my mom used to say to me all the time, and I don't know where she got this from because it's actually quite clever, and I repeat it to my gymnasts as well, and even my gymnasts in the past, that gymnastics is 90% mental, 10% physical. So a lot of the things and things and triumphs and whatever that you go through with gymnastics happen in your mind first before you actually physically do it. And that's why a lot of us, you know, experience mental blocks and things of that nature that's for a lot of people take us out of the sport. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well too. It's like gymnastics is 90% mental, 10% physical. So
Well, kudos to those gymnasts out there. Y'all be kicking ass. And I love gymnastics. So
Yes.
I'm a gymnastics ally.
Speaking of Olympics.
Speaking of gymnastics, the Olympics.
Yes. Well, we were talking about both, so I guess.
I'm super excited for the Olympics that start this Friday.
Yeah, I think that this is the first time that I'm actually really going to pay attention. I'm not the gymnast who would come home from gymnastics to watch more gymnastics on TV. That was never me. Like, I needed a break. So after I finished in the gym, when I came home, I wanted to watch Fresh Prince.
I was going to say trash TV or reality TV.
This is what I'm talking about when I was a kid.
Okay.
I wasn't watching reality TV.
Okay. Like a kid.
So like the Cosby Show, Fresh Prince, like those are the things that I wanted to watch. I didn't want to watch any more gymnastics. So that also, I continued that throughout my adulthood. And I would catch like little glimpses of it here or there, but gymnastics was never huge for me watching. So I barely knew the girls. I wasn't following any of their stories.
It's crazy because I was on it.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
But this time around, like, I want to actually, pay attention and be in it. And even I'm always going to be rooting for Team USA, but actually know the girls and their stories behind, their road to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be watching it from through a different lens this time.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I'm always like, let me get the gymnastics. Let me get the track. That's my favorite.
I do like watching track.
Track is
diving,
like
and swimming.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those are like the 4 things. Like anything else is extra. But I'm definitely getting ready to try my best to just have Olympics on 24/7 because I feel like they happen kind of 24/7, especially if there's a time difference. So super excited about that, and then even more excited that Nicole and T want to like hang out and watch a couple of the meets.
Yes.
So I don't think we've ever talked about them before, but they're just a real cool couple that we've been trying to like hang out or go on vacation or just do something together. She always invites us to her events, her galas and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that because I think she's a gymnastics fan, right?
Yes, she is a gymnastics fan. Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be super dope.
Yeah. Also, too, like I've been thinking about this, I've been thinking about it often. How much the Olympics are like very similar to the Hunger Games.
What? Yes. How did you come up with that?
What do you mean? All these like different countries.
Yes, but I guess I'm thinking about people die.
Okay, yes, but they're okay, obviously they're not dying, but these countries are coming together to compete against each other, just like the different, what did they call them in the Hunger Games?
Shoot, I can't remember. Or something like a pride or
cities, towns, I don't know.
Yeah. Factions or something like that.
With different economic status. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know why, but lately I've been comparing the Olympics to the Hunger Games minus the death part.
I immediately thought death, so that's why I'm like, what?
No, it was everybody gathering to compete against each other in these different.
I definitely get that. Let me see. K2.0, definitely men talking the most trash. I got on to my brother because he was making fun of her mental health. I'm glad she's back. Yeah. Us too, K 2.0. Like that burns me up. You have no clue what gymnasts or athletes in general go through, and just to be dogging her like that is complete bullshit.
Yeah, so it's crazy work. Next thing, Blvckscene. So that has to do with what we did this weekend. Blvckscene is like a huge boat party full of beautiful black people,
folks.
Black people out in the playpen area here in Chicago. So if y'all don't know, Chicago does have beaches. We do have a huge Lake Michigan that we do swim in, we boat in, we fish in, all the things. But
I also try not to put my head underwater, nor do I eat the fish out of the water. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. It's not clear blue water, but
it'll do.
But yeah, so we with our friend, an associate, a teammate of mine, invited us out. He curated a group of 24 people to come out on this boat or 2 boats. to enjoy the sun and the other beautiful Black people who own boats and things of that nature. Just to have a nice party, and it was
pretty
it was
dope.
lit. I enjoyed
I did
myself.
too. I had a really good time. My friend Carmen came up from college. We played volleyball together. We hung out all weekend. We ate well. We played beach
We
volleyball.
ate too much.
Yes, we ate. We did eat too much, but you know, when people are in town, you gotta give them the cuisine. So, but we actually played beach volleyball together. We peppered, and for those who don't know volleyball, peppering is basically like pass set spike between two people, and it just keeps going.
Oh, that's what that's called.
It's called pepper. And I got out there. I was like, "Dang, Carmen, when's the last time we peppered? 20 years ago?" And literally, probably more like 21 years ago, because she graduated before I did. So it was real cool to just like be playing with her, get a little competitive, and then people joined us, and it was just a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were on the boat for Blvckscene. Everybody had a good time.
Everybody was safe, at least on our boat.
Yeah.
I'm praying and hoping that everybody got back to their home safely last night.
Right, because man, people be out there lit.
We almost had a guy fall off our boat.
Like literally
hanging
like,
on.
Yeah, I'm
on
like,
the boat.
dude, you okay? He's like, no, I'm good. Now
No,
you know when
you're
Black
not good.
people start saying I'm good. No, I'm good. You're not good.
He needed a piece of chicken.
He needed 3 pieces of chicken and water, and he came back after he ate. But I said, I have entered my mothering phase of my life. I'm looking around like, hey, bro, you okay? Another dude over there nodding off. We had the hat and the tooth.
Yeah.
Nodding off. I'm like, bro, you want some water? Like, yeah. I give him water. I'm like, hey, you know you sleeping in the sun, right? Oh, I'm good. All right. No, you're not. You're not good. What are you doing? So yeah, Blvckscene was good. And I think the reason I felt recharged is I'm real low key. So you told me beforehand, like, this is going to be boat Kim. This is a totally different Kim. And I'm like, hey, do your thing. You coming back here at night anyway, so it don't matter. So she was doing her thing. And me and Carmen was sitting on top of the boat just chilling, like sitting there talking, enjoying the ocean, enjoying the lake, just people watching the back and forth. And then we were able to get on the raft, like the seated raft, I guess it's called, that somebody brought. Got to put my feet in the water, and it was just, I don't know, I just felt rejuvenated this morning when I woke up. I mean, I was tired, but I just felt good. And I had a hard time going to sleep last night, and I had a hard time staying asleep. So I don't know what that was a function of, but
I think I did too, but I think that was due to my activity down below. I was cramping. So I didn't really sleep that well. But yeah, no, I had an amazing time as well. Yes, Boat Kim is different than Land Kim. I was lit, and I wasn't even like inebriated. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't high or anything.
Just
like
lit.
I was just lit. Like I was having a good time. I was happy to be out amongst the people, shaking my ass.
And there's a sneak peek or a behind the scenes of that on Instagram.
You posted that already?
I posted like a little snippet. I think I posted it.
Okay. I didn't see. I was gonna say I was gonna preview like, hey,
You want to see Kim?
No,
you want to see Beautiful shake her ass? Look
No,
at YouTube.
no.
I mean, not YouTube. Look on Instagram.
I was just gonna say, maybe we'll post some things, but I see you already did it.
Already done.
Okay.
Probably post some more too if I can find some.
No,
I might not have did. I don't know if I did or not, but definitely the one with you and Kante and the other.
I saw that one.
Okay,
I saw that one. So you
maybe
posted more than one?
No, I think I only posted that. I'm gonna post the other one for y'all. TikTok and Instagram, so you can go see it. She can dance, y'all, and I love when she dances. It's like, oh, I love it so much. Anyhow, can we just talk about for a second? Y'all know we don't really do politics, but I feel like we might integrate it a little bit more as the election approaches.
Just because you gotta pay attention.
Man, y'all, Biden dropped out of the race, and we got that message yesterday on the boat, and I was like, what the like, what? Oh, I'm thinking like, who's gonna be the nominee? And I guess Kamala. I always slaughter her name.
Yeah,
Kamala. It's either like Kamala. I don't know, but she is going to work to get the Democratic nomination. Y'all, if she get the Democratic nomination and win, oh my God, we're gonna have a party. That's gonna be so dope. Like they had a Zoom call yesterday that somebody in like my network sent me. And I don't know if she was on the call, but there was a couple senators, and then Jasmine Crockett was on there. I went to try and get on the call and I couldn't get on the call. It was full. So I was looking through Twitter this morning and apparently like 40,000 people were on this Zoom call that just kind of talked about, I believe, trying to support her and, you know, the Democratic nomination and just empowering Black females to just be out here. And so I just feel like, man, it was really like, when I read that, I'm like, that's dope as hell. They should just have a Zoom call once a week.
Yeah.
And if you've gotten on the first one, don't get on the next one. So now we have people involved. People are like, this is why we need to vote. And she straight up was saying on these Instagram ads, like, Trump is doing this. He plans on doing that. Like, it's going to be a dictatorship if he gets elected. Like, these are all plans that he has. And then not to mention Project 2025.
All right.
Like, which severely threatens climate change. It threatens LGBTQIA plus rights. And then it also threatens like us having control over our bodies, like meaning like abortions. Like I feel like if you are, heaven forbid, raped, like you still can't get an abortion. Like
it affects DEI.
DEI too. Like they're just going to just act like we don't exist, basically. Black, female, gay.
Education as well.
And education too. Like I think and something I heard something about having to register for the draft if you're at a public school, but if you're at a private one you won't have to. Like it's just all bad, y'all. It's all bad. And so it's real cliche, but get out and vote.
Yeah.
I say anybody but Trump 2024. That's at this point that's how I feel, because it's just gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, if this is ever a time to, like, I'm not into politics at all. But if there is ever a time that you needed to vote, it's right now.
Like for real.
Right now.
For real. So that's our I guess political segment. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But just know that probably we will continue to talk about voting and its importance and kind of at least keep tabs on, you know, who the Democratic nominee will be. So that's that.
All right. Moving on to our date night diaries, D&D. We don't have one. However, I do have a date night activity that I would like to share with you guys. And possibly we would try.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm with it.
So this is called a mystery picnic date. So what you do is you prepare a picnic with a twist by each partner secretly packing half the meal, meet at a scenic spot, and be surprised at what the other brings. So I like this idea because it's cost efficient. It's creative.
Yeah.
And I think you can personalize it even more. So like I thought about this one trend that I saw on TikTok with couples going to the store and purchasing items that relate to or that are their partner's favorite color, right? Okay. So your favorite colors are blue and green. So I would go to the store and purchase everything that I saw that I liked for you that are blue and green. And I brought it to this picnic. Food, items, toys, games, whatever that were blue or green. And you do the same for me, whatever my favorite colors are.
We should like do it, but do we really have time to do a picnic? There's so much going on. Like I was going to say, but do it here. So like maybe you would cook and we would do a theme, like just pick a theme out of a hat and you would cook. And then like we would switch and I would come out in here and cook. And then you would go back in there. And then when we're both ready, just come out and like reveal what we cooked.
But how do I know you're not going to see what I'm going to cook?
Because I'm going to stay my ass in the room.
Okay, but when I'm done with it, then what? Where is it going?
It's got to go in the microwave. What you mean?
But what if you need the microwave to cook?
I don't need the microwave to cook.
I don't know.
We have a toaster oven, an air fryer, and an oven. I don't need the microwave.
Okay. I mean, sometimes I use a microwave if I'm melting butter to make garlic butter.
Nah. Don't worry about it. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, if you're really worried about it, just wrap it up in foil. I won't see it.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll do that. I think that'd be cool.
I think that would be cool. Yeah. So if you guys do try that mystery picnic date activity, let us know how that worked out for you, what spin or little twist that you guys had on the idea. And yeah, share that with us.
Because I love to hear what y'all cooked. And if y'all can cook. because I know some of y'all might not be able to cook.
Oh, God.
But we cook over here. So
at first I thought you were going to stop at you saying you cook. And I was like, oh, here we go.
What?
That just me cooking.
Oh.
I didn't know that you were going to say, and then we're going to switch and you cook.
Have we been cooking together lately?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying I didn't know where that was going.
Okay.
But I trusted the process and I'll let you finish.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
On to our topic for the evening. When boredom strikes.
Yeah. So I don't feel like I'd ever get bored in this relationship. I also don't feel like I've gotten bored, quote unquote, in other relationships, maybe complacent or frustrated or fed up, but not bored. But I think it's important to like have some tools or some thoughts or planned around, like if boredom strikes, what do you think that would look like between us if boredom struck?
That is a good question. I don't think boredom will strike in this relationship either, because we're always practicing kind of what we preach on here about continuing to date and everything like that. However, I do feel that sometimes we get into this routine during the week, like that I'd be like, ugh, another day.
Yeah.
Another day of this. Yeah. And I'm not talking about this with you. It's just like
the hamster wheel, like the Groundhog's Day, basically.
Legit. Yeah. So I love that we kind of spice some things up when it comes to the weekend. We try to make sure that we spend time with each other, which is very important to us, because this is still a growing relationship. We're going to be growing in this relationship for the rest of our lives together. So
it better be,
because this is it.
I already said, if this ain't it, that's it. I'm going to be in here, dog mom, going on vacation by myself. Just saying. Do I see that happening? No. However, I'm just saying that's what it's going to be, because I'm tired.
I'm
tired. So thanks for being around. I appreciate that.
All right. So speaking of, like, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, how do we spice up our routine on the weekend?
I was just about to say, so spicing up the routine on the weekend. So like creative date ideas and spontaneous adventures. Again, I mentioned this first because we've talked about in the past, like how we always continue to do that. So that's on the top of the list. Keep things, spontaneous. I think, like, especially with me being a Sagittarius, we like spontaneity to a certain extent.
That's so hard for me.
For you to do or come up with, or for you to deal with, like for somebody to have like spontaneity with you? For me
to do, because I'm the type of person where it's like, okay, what are we doing today? What are we doing next? Like, what's the itinerary? Because I like want to know, because a lot of what's happening like governs how I feel or how I move, or like my energy level. So like me coming home today, I'm like, okay, we got to set up for the podcast. I didn't let my energy come down.
No, right? You didn't.
Because I knew we had to do the podcast. And so if I would have remembered later, like, damn, my energy would have been off, just because in my head, I'm like, we just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, I don't like spontaneity. However, spontaneity, like, hey, we're going to do something, and me not knowing what it is, as long as I know we're going to do something, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would be cool with it if it was spontaneous and my energy was down because you planned something and it's a surprise, right? It would just be harder to get up for it. Yeah, is all.
What I was gonna say, dang it, I lost it. Oh, so that's why I said, like, Sagittarius, we like, spontaneity to a certain extent, because I also kind of like to have a plan, because you're not gonna tell me, unless you pick out, like, hey, I got you a dress. You be ready by me? That's not true, but I'm giving an example. Okay. I have dress options for you laid out. Be ready by this time. That's more of a plan. Even though like I don't know what we're about to do, at least now I don't have to think about what I need to wear. And based off of what I'm wearing will tell me if I need to put on makeup or not.
Okay.
You know? So it gives me, and then a timeline too. I need to be ready by this time.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Same.
I can do that.
But would I like us to just get home and be like, let's go fishing? I don't know. Yeah. I would like that. Or I don't know how spontaneous, like how spontaneous can we be? We should have a spontaneous month. Like,
you know what would be spontaneous or would help us or encourage us to have more spontaneous moments? Have you ever seen those date jars where, you know, everybody, there's only two of us. I promise. There's only two of us. Where each of us, you know, write out date ideas or activities that we might want to do, and we put it in this jar.
Yeah. And
whenever it's time for an activity or a date, we pull out of this jar. And I feel like that would be spontaneous enough, because then we got to get up and go. But we should set out a certain amount of time for it.
Yeah, but it also can't be like eating. It's got to be something other than eating.
Yeah, of course. We could put
reservations.
Yes.
I'm down.
I agree. We
gonna
can work on that.
Okay. Are we gonna put a deadline on it?
Sure. We could put a deadline on it. Let's work on that tomorrow. Why don't we get on live and also ask for suggestions?
I like that.
Well.
Collect some suggestions. I like that. Good job, babe. I like that. Anything else to spice up the routine? Oh, my bad. I just left you hanging.
She did, bruh.
Yeah, y'all can see that handshake unless you're on YouTube. All three people that's on YouTube right now. Thanks for
That's a raw ass handshake.
Oh, your sister
who
is on here and says, I'm the planner. My partner's more spontaneous. I'm trying to learn that for real.
Oh, Chanel, hi. Yes, do it. Do it.
For sure, do it. Do it.
I feel like it'll help, especially with, you know, getting to know each other a little bit better. Anyway,
as we found out last time, I'm still getting to know you because I had no clue about the Latin dance.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Another point in keeping things spicy when boredom strikes is the role of physical intimacy. So I have to start by saying this because she gonna try to bring it up and try to like play me to the left. I don't got time for that today.
Yes, I probably was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the other night, I'm sorry. The other night we were getting spicy in the bedroom, right? And I, you know, had my orgasm, and it was now Ace's turn. And so I was doing my thing, and I had so much on my brain that I got distracted, very distracted. And so on the outside, it looked like I wasn't paying attention at all to what I was doing. And I know it made Ace feel a certain way about it.
Yes.
And I apologize. I felt extremely bad. I really did. Because it wasn't like I'm not into her. Obviously I am, right? Like, damn, look, y'all see this? Bling! Y'all see this? So it's not that I'm not into her. It's just that I don't know what I had on my brain. I was just, and the TV was on, so it looked like I was paying attention to the TV. I wasn't even paying attention to the TV. I was just happened to be looking at the TV. And she just stopped and like, are you watching TV? And I'm like, I snapped out of it, and it didn't look good.
No, it wasn't a good look at all. I wasn't angry because I get it kind of. I was just more so disappointed. And so I think you said something like that kind of alluded to your ADD, and I was just like, yeah, but you gotta pay attention. You gotta focus.
I definitely said that. I was like, I'm sorry, I got ADD.
Yeah.
So I blamed it on that, but like in those moments, I have to stay more present, and I wasn't.
I'm gonna say in those
moments,
I
didn't do it on purpose.
I'm gonna say in those moments, the ADD to me is not acceptable. In that moment, I mean, I get it. It's just not an acceptable answer to me. It may be the answer in like what's going on for real, but I just can't accept it in that moment. I don't know. I can't. And like I said, it's probably what it is, but it's very hard, very, very hard, because I feel like it's important enough to make sure that you're focused, right? In my this is what I'm saying. When I know I'm not, when I say right, I don't expect you to agree. I'm just, use right. But yeah, I just was super disappointed, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. And then I just actually probably turned over and went to sleep.
She did.
So we woke up the next morning and you apologized, and I was like, yeah, I get it. It's okay. I was just more so disappointed than upset. And it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be upset. And we talked about it, and we just kind of both agreed that we just need to make a better effort when it comes to intimacy. We've both gotten extremely lazy.
Yeah.
When it comes to the bedroom. And that's not how we started off. So yeah.
I feel like part of us being lazy in the bedroom has had to do with our everyday life and how busy we get, and which is something that I'm going to talk about, or we're going to talk about later on, and with the stages and the cycles of relationships and their dynamics. We're not in the honeymoon stage anymore.
No, we definitely are
we
not.
Are not in the honeymoon stage anymore. However, we still want to have that honeymoon feel.
Right.
And I think us adjusting to the fact that we don't have that honeymoon feel, and we're, all the dust is settling and stuff. We're settled into this routine now that, everyday life takes precedence over
which sucks.
Our physical intimacy.
Yeah.
Most times, we come home and we're tired, so we don't, get intimate. I feel like the extent of our intimacy most days out of the week is just, what is it, when I turn over and
I cuddle
my booty?
Yeah, when it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah. That's how she knows,
give me the booty. Time to go to sleep.
So we plan on getting better at that.
Yeah, I think some things that we've gotten away from are giving each other actual massages, not just here, you want me to rub your shoulders, but actual massage. We haven't done a tub talk in a very long time. We have gotten away from that.
For those who, we should have one. No, we can't have one tonight. For those who don't know what tub talk is, if you look at our TikTok page and our really earlier posts, we kind of have a video explaining what tub talk is and what it does for us. So tub talk is a moment when we run a bubble bath, Epsom salt, the whole nine. Light some candles, lights off, phones are away, and let's just playing music. And we sit and we talk.
Yeah.
It's called Tub Time. We talk. We talk about where we are mentally, physically, emotionally. Do we feel that we are in a good place? Are there some goals that we have for ourselves that we aren't possibly quite reaching, or we're working towards, but we might be frustrated in the state that we're in?
It's just safe space talk time. Tub talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deidre says to schedule our intimacy time. It might feel weird, however, we'll get better. Oh yeah, it's gonna get better. I'm not going down that road anymore.
We've kind of scheduled it before,
Yeah.
We've set time hey, we taking L's tonight, and that's kind of key phrase for.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So we've scheduled time, but I mean, there's nothing like it just happening and it being organic, and I think that's what I miss the most.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes back to just life and the life cycle of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's bound to calm down. So at this point, we are no longer high off of each other. We are now settled and have come down into ourselves, even though we are the same people.
Mm-hmm.
That initial high is gone. So now it's our responsibility to do things that we used to do to keep it going and not get bored and keep it spontaneous. And we've definitely committed to making sure we go on dates And so we have to make that same commitment to intimacy and to like tub talks and to massages and like all the things. And maybe it's like Deidre said, like, man, we get a calendar or we just send each other calendar invites like about what we want to do. And then just do it, you know, just no excuse. The only excuse really is if it's work and we can't, like, you know, even if we're tired, we just got to push through.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting
relationship is work as well.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, what about people that are going through life and then they also have kids?
Bruh, I don't even want them. I just been thinking really like long and hard about that. I can't. Kenzie and Mars and Boots are enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
I feel
but
like
if they can do it, then we should be able
absolutely, because we don't have kids. Not the, I wanted to say the burden of kids, but I don't mean that. I don't mean like that. Yeah. We don't have the blessing of kids. And yeah, we don't have any excuse. So I think if we ever do slip into some sort of monotony or boredom, that we just have to remember like how we started off.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do think about that. Like if I feel like disconnected from you because we haven't had time, I just kind of go back to like the things that we did when we first started dating. Like even just like we talked about last week, playing with Nerf guns. Yeah. We haven't done that in a long time. Like that stuff is fun, like laughing together. We still laugh together, but we used to laugh together a whole lot more when we first started dating.
Okay.
Moving on.
No, we're not moving on. We're gonna take a little detour right now. So was it last episode? I believe it was. No. It was last episode where I had you guys tell us who do you guys think is the funniest out of the both of us, and Beautiful won. So I just want
what?
I won.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I won that debate. Several people have told you, like, or told us that, you know, I'm funnier. And they're not lying. We all not telling the same lie.
I think two people.
Truth is.
Two people said that.
It's two more than your one.
One person said
it's two more than your one.
And one person said they couldn't choose. And then that's not enough people to come up with.
But I win.
No.
Yes, bro. All right, that's fine. No. So back onto the main subject. I just wanted to put that out there that I did win.
I want to acknowledge your sister, who says, going back to our conversation with kids. Oh. It's so hard with kids, but community is valued when we can get the time for each other.
Bring baby D here.
We'll babysit.
Yes, we already told you
for a little bit, for sure. Drop her off. I love kids. I just don't want my own.
Yeah, that's the family's kid part. Right there. I don't know when you having another one.
She said she was.
She did say she was thinking about having another one. So yeah. I'm encouraging that.
Waiting with bated breath.
But back to like rekindling romance. So like a small gesture to do that is to incorporate tub talk.
I think like cooking for each other or together.
I say together because
I'm with together. Yeah. But sometimes I don't mind cooking for you, especially if I know you're tired and I haven't been as busy or whatever. I don't mind. Yeah. I think just like when we go to the store and we see something that each other likes, like bring it home. Like, hey, I got you something. It's like a small surprise, and it kind of breaks up the come home, give a kiss,
surprise, surprise.
Such a great song, but. I just like, you know, the small gestures are gifting or like a random massage. We already talked about that. Like, when you give me foot rubs. Ooh.
Remember that time you were out or whatever was when I was at 50 East and I had the massage table all set up.
Yeah.
The lights were dimmed.
Mm-hmm. You set the mood.
I set the mood.
What the hell happened?
Where are we putting a massage table?
Right here.
I mean, we could. Okay, I got you.
We got space.
But what the hell happened? We moved, and the shit got put away. But we can bring it back out.
Sure.
I think did I have candles lit?
You
then
had, I think you did have like 2 candles lit, and then you had the lights like down low. Oh, we got red lights here.
Yeah.
Like red light special.
And then we got to some sexy stuff.
Yeah. See, look at you. We got to get back to that.
We're going to do that. Okay. That's fun too. What else? I think I brought you flowers one day. That was
a really cool surprise. Have I ever gotten flowers? Maybe, but I don't. It wasn't like just because flowers. So I appreciated that. They were roses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, the masculine presenting women get flowers too.
All right, moving on to the next subtopic: professional help and counseling. When and why to seek professional help. How couples therapy can provide tools to overcome boredom. So we have mentioned to several of our listeners and even people who are new to watching or listening to this podcast that this is one of our forms of therapy.
For sure.
As you guys have heard, we talk about different topics and things that go on in our relationship that we might not have talked through it prior to recording, but you guys get to see it and hear it played out live or at the time of your listening. And this helps us, honestly.
Yeah, I think especially if there's things that have gone like unresolved, like the issue we talked about earlier. It wasn't that it was unresolved, but it was kind of. We definitely resolved it. But just to hear it again in a different space when it's not new, and then for you to apologize again, I think it's just it's like, okay, we've both made the decision to make sure that when we're intimate, we're like with each other, we're in it. Like we have to make an asserted effort to like be present. And so. When stuff like that happens and then you can re-talk through it through a different lens, like even after you've resolved it, I think it's super helpful. It's just a reminder, right? That, hey, it takes work. Like relationships are definitely work. I mean, both parties have to be willing to put in on it. Otherwise it ain't gonna work.
Yeah. One of my coworkers used this in the gym, to let the girls know that this is something that needs to be done. She has this phrase called work works. So I like to, add that to our conversation, like work works. So if everybody in your relationship or the party is willing to work on whatever issues there might be, then it'll work.
And it should work. Yeah. I like that. I agree with that. We also talked to a gentleman from Beautifulll, which is a gay organization here in Chicago and actually I believe around the country. And he wanted to collaborate with us through podcasting, since we said podcasting was our therapy. So he's actually going to refer us to a therapist so that we can kind of go through the process and talk about how they help I think the LGBT community with like therapy and mental health, and so that we can so that we can kind of like experience it and then let you guys know more about it and kind of spread the word about there are resources out there for people who don't have resources. And so definitely looking forward to that, and we'll keep you updated with that. But
the best part about that is the services that they offer are free.
Pretty sure they're free. Yeah.
And he was talking about some art therapy. He was talking about Reiki, like all different types of therapy that you might not know what works best for you, but you are more than likely going to be able to find something.
Yeah.
And so that's what I thought was like the coolest thing about it, because some people don't have the money to,
go to therapy.
Seek therapy. Yeah. But like Ace was saying, we will be getting into that and letting you guys know about the process and how it works and everything that's offered through Impulse. It is a great organization, so I'm excited. We are excited to be partnering with them.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I guess that's another way to like combat boredom. Like go to therapy and find out why y'all bored.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bored? You're with the person you love the most besides your immediate family in life, and y'all are bored. That just
some ain't right, some ain't adding
yeah,
up.
don't sit
So
right.
none of these other things work. Seek therapy. Another one which is really exciting, travel and new experiences. So we love to travel together.
Yes. We traveled a lot last year, and then to turn around this year and just be here just hurt my poor soul. Whew. But we finally got something on the books.
We do have something on the books. So for my birthday, we are taking a cruise, and I'm very excited about it because I get to get some more stamps on my passport to places that I have never been before. And those places are Honduras, Belize, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. It is a 7-day cruise, and we will be going from November 22nd to the 30th. Yeah. So it's gonna be my first 7-day cruise, and it's my first cruise with you,
which I'm so excited about because in the past, like every single time I went on a cruise with my in my past relationship, it was not good, y'all. It just ended up terribly. So I'm excited to have a like fresh perspective on cruises and to cruise with you and just have the ability to be like up under you all the time.
With no distractions, with me having to leave to go to work.
Yeah. And to just do like I think I'm more excited for this than I was Jamaica last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I was very excited for Jamaica. I think it was because it was our first trip, like
yeah. But this is like I can't even explain. I'm just that excited. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now I got to get my beach bod together because my boat bod ain't it. My boat scene bod was not
bleach
the move.
Blonde, bad bit body.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
No, I definitely wasn't saying the words. I was like
body. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, for her to come up with that off top is amazing. Anyhow.
I love our people.
Man. So yeah, if you can't afford like a cruise, because we ain't assuming everybody out there got it. I feel like some other things you can do is like just short getaways, like
a staycation.
So the money you would spend on a coffee or the money you would spend on like a bag of chips, let's just put that shit in a box and just save up, $400, hit up a hotel and just be in a hotel, because a staycation is surprisingly like re-energizing because you're not at home. You're not worried about the dishes, the laundry, the cleaning, like none of that. You're just like in the hotel room. You can kind of be a tourist, especially if you live in a big city like downtown, and you can just go out the front of the hotel and go eat and experience some experiences. There's a lot of free stuff. Yes, experience some experiences, because there's a lot of free stuff in Chicago that happens in like Millennium Park, and they have movies in the park. Like there's always something to do. Yeah, and I'm sure other big cities have the same thing. So like, man, get out there and take advantage of it. Or if you don't want to save any money, I don't know, what can people do for like a quick break?
So there are actually all-inclusive resorts here in the States.
No, I mean if people don't have money to spend.
Oh.
Like what can people do to just get a break? Like have a mini vacay or a weekend? Can you maybe like do an Airbnb? Like if you could find a good Airbnb.
That would be like a staycation.
Yeah, but they're less expensive than hotels.
That is true. That is true.
Man, it's tough. Maybe you can be like, hey friend, can we just stay at your house for a little while and just be in a room? I don't know. Get creative with it. It's got to be a way to just get away from like the grind of like being, I don't know, just being at home and having to go to work and
having a billion things in your brain that you have to do the next day or the next hour or a minute.
Because all that goes away when you're not at home in your same like element. It all goes away.
I agree.
So what's the last thing?
The last thing is what I kind of mentioned earlier. understanding the natural ebbs and flows. Okay, so normalizing the natural cycles and stages of relationship dynamics. So those stages are the honeymoon phase. We talked about the honeymoon phase. They say that this stage can last up to a year.
I think ours was a little longer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, ours was a little longer, and we're only finishing year 2.
Yeah.
So, the next stage is back to reality phase. This stage can last up to 1 to 2 years. So I feel like, are we in the back to reality?
I think we're getting there. Like we're on the very, very, very tail end of honeymoon. I know we said we weren't in the honeymoon stage anymore, but I feel like we're at the tail end of honeymoon.
And the transition phase.
Yeah. Like life is happening. Mm-hmm. Things are happening where we can't be with each other like we were last year. And we have to make an asserted effort to make time for each other, to be up under each other, to shoot this podcast.
Yeah.
Because
even when we're bleeding out.
For anybody that just joined us or decides to fast forward through the pod, she's not having a good day, y'all. But she's gonna be okay. Decision making phase.
Yes.
Ooh, what does that mean?
I should have looked that up, because what does that mean? Decision making phase.
Maybe it's like, do we really want to move in together? Do we want to be together? Do we want to move forward, like trying to get engaged or married? I think that's what that is.
I think that might be what that phase is. We've jumped ahead of that because women love relationships.
Yeah.
So we're already living together. We've decided that we do want to get married.
For sure.
Now she got to put a ring on my finger.
Not until you do what you need to do. Not until you do what you need to do.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you, I'm moving in to give you a hard time phase about doing what you need to do.
You said
I'm not pushing you, but this is a decision that you've made, and so I'm going to push you more towards your decision. Had you not made this decision, I wouldn't push. But I'm going to nudge. She is yanking on my pants, on my shorts like she mad. Like you want to hit me, but we on camera and we on this podcast, so you can't, because I was gonna scream bloody murder.
So don't even put that.
I didn't say that you did.
But you said I want to hit you. Like
I just said you wanted to.
Like I have those urges.
No. In this moment, you could have gave me a little or a smack on the ass.
I could do that.
Yeah, I know.
Stand up.
No, thank you. The settling down phase. That's like marriage, and then like the cool off. Mm-hmm. We're married, we together, we stuck because I don't believe in divorce. What you gonna do? Right.
There's more to that though. I have to go back to my notes on that. So there's another article that talks about the stages and phases or seasons in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So one of the stages is euphoric stage, which is known as the honeymoon stage. Then it's the early attachment stage, which is kind of what we kind of talked about.
Yeah.
Where we are, I would say that's where we are. Then it says crisis stage and then deep attachment stage. I think the crisis stage and the deep attachment stage are combined in this settling down phase.
Okay.
Like you're in your relationship. There's something comes up that it's a bigger issue than you guys had to deal with in the past. And now you guys are like trying to figure it out. So you're in this crisis, but coming out of this crisis brings you guys closer together if you're able to come out of this crisis.
Right.
It brings you closer together, and then you're in this deep attachment phase.
Okay. So. I'm ready for all of that. Let me get it. Because we're going to navigate.
I want to take my time to get there. I don't want to get to a crisis.
No. I'm not trying to rush to get there. I'm just saying when it comes, let's get it. Like I'm ready. I'm armed and dangerous.
Stuck in the crisis over here. But yeah, so I think that my call to action for our listeners is to come up with things out of the list that we gave you and ways to, come out of that boredom within your relationship. Share those experiences. I guess share what you've decided to take away from this relationship and give us your perspective and how you and your partner handled it.
If you are going through that stage, and I think if you aren't, God bless you. If you 4 or 5 years in and you like kind of haven't hit that, if you are,
go ahead, sorry.
If you are in the honeymoon stage, just expect it. It doesn't have to come, but just kind of be aware because it could happen.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you aren't in the boredom stage and you're actively, making sure that your relationship does not get there, what are you doing? If it's not something on the list that we're doing, what are you doing?
Yeah. Proactivity, I think, is key too. Like to kind of maybe like skip that stage or try and, I don't know, have it be like not as impactful maybe. Just be proactive in the dating part and doing the things that you used to do and keep those going, and the communication like in it all, because once you stop that, like what do you have? Just roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want no roommates around here.
No, thank you.
All right. So what are you taking and what you leaving, girl?
I am taking, okay, wait, what am I leaving? I am leaving, not going to therapy. Like, we talked a little bit about therapy. I'm leaving that some people don't believe in therapy or don't want to go to therapy for their relationships or themselves. And I think that's very important. So
even when you're not really going through anything,
even
it
when
doesn't have to be. You don't have to wait to go.
Right. And what I'm taking is acknowledging the stages of our relationship, acknowledging that you will not always be your normal chipper self, and helping you through that and trying not to poke the bear like I did earlier.
How's that going for you?
It's good.
All right. What I am taking, or should I say what I'm leaving first?
Sure.
I am leaving the excuse of my ADD when it comes to intimate moments with you.
I like that. Thank you.
I am taking back our tub time talks because I actually really enjoyed it, especially with my hair not being down or me not having a wig on. I can stay in a little bit longer because it won't slip back. So that's what I'm taking and that's what I'm leaving.
Oh, and Kenzie is back there having a freaking fit.
Yeah.
So I guess that means
we out of here.
All right, that's all I got. Anything else?
That is it. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media.
Yeah, subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, together.real.badpod. To the 4 people that are watching.
This is the most we've had at a time.
Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, Maddie?
Thank you guys for actually, we're trying to send reminders out before we start the podcast, as we promised a lot of our new subscribers
that we would
do. So we're going to try to keep up with that.
Yep. If you guys want to hop on the list, shoot us an email with your phone number to the number 2getherrealbad@gmail.com. And I'll put you on the list, and we're going to figure out some more stuff to send. I don't want to bug people too much because people just have too much going on, but definitely when we go live, that's twice a month or every other week. And then just, maybe we'll send some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe I can put something together from Blvckscene and just be like, hey, look at this. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. So.
All right. Until next time.
That's all we got. Peace.
She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset, blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she